Oh, it'll upload afterwards as a video.
Okay.
It's loading. Okay, and we are live.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So does anyone have any starting thoughts as we wait for Aleph and Fabi? Oh, hello, Aleph!
Yay, Aleph.
Yay.
One person left.
Oh, well, that's not particularly good.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Right. Well, hopefully we should be able to still do most of this. Is my sound okay, by the way?
Yeah, it sounds fine.
Good.
Yep, everyone sounds good. And I do have some Plan B scenes in case Fabio Florian isn't here. So thumbs up for that. As far as the top ones on the poll were the heist and the flashback. So the flashback requires 3 people, and I think we can get started with it if you guys would like.
Alright.
Sure.
Just get to that
Yeah,
point
sounds good
in
to
the
me.
script. Sure.
What scene is that?
Oh, yeah, it is scene 55.
Alright.
Copy. 55.
While they're getting set up, welcome to the first ever Goncharov live stream over here. You guys chose the scenes, and now you get to hear them read out loud to you. Yay!
Okay, so we have Andre, Ilya, and Goncharov
Narrator.
in this scene.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
Yeah,
And
Andre,
a
Ilya, Goncharov.
narrator. So
Yeah.
either I have to be narrator or one of you guys will also be narrator.
Alright. Well, I believe is our current one of the Goncharov auditioners here, or is the moment? I believe, was it Arcady that auditioned for
Yes.
Gonch?
Yep,
I
and
did.
Death Cannot Kill You for Ilya, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, then, I think that answers who's doing what, I think.
You're Andre Olive.
Yep. It's a pretty clear answer there. I apologize for the role I'm about to play since I have not auditioned for it.
I haven't really auditioned for Gonch either.
Yeah. If you would prefer, I can narrate, or you can narrate, being our production specter hanging over the stream. Up to you.
I did intend to narrate, however, the Google Doc is not loading for me because I'm live streaming. Think
Alright.
you can also narrate for this
Sure.
one?
Yeah, I think Andre looks the smallest, right?
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Teen Andre. Okay. Well, I'll do my best. Then I guess when we're ready, we can start.
Ready?
Yep, ready when you are.
I'm ready.
Exterior. A pawn shop in Moscow. Night. It's winter. The title card appears on screen. Moscow, 1952. It swaps to a shot of the store from the street, a front door. There's a clock ticking somewhere in the background. The camera travels down a narrow alley past the pawn shop. The closer to the back alley we get, the sound of ticking becomes louder. The camera stops on two teen boys, Goncharov, 16, and Andrei, also 16. Goncharov is currently trying to pick a lock. That is the actual ticking sound. Andrei is leaning beside him against the house of Arcady. They're both shivering, but Andrei looks like he's going to collapse at any second. He coughs. It doesn't sound good. Goncharov glances at him and then seems to be even more determined. He finally manages to open the door and basically carries Andrei in. It's warmer inside, but not by much. Andrei slumps down to the floor, resting against the wooden cupboard beside the display case. Goncharov is trying to find something to cover him with, but there's nothing around. He notices a silver Zippo lighter in the display case, and seems to be thinking for a second how to get it out. Look on this side. Andrei doesn't finish, since Goncharov is already breaking the glass with a knife he pulls from the back of his trousers. Goncharov then takes the lighter out. There are no papers around, but there is a straw broom on the other side of the room. Goncharov grabs it. It's better than nothing. Goncharov can barely bend his cold fingers to turn on the lighter. He manages after a few tries and is just about to put the broom on fire when...
I wouldn't do that.
Goncharov whips around, startled. Ilya, 20, is draped in a warm coat, gloves, cap, and snow boots. A stark contrast to Andrei and Goncharov, who are barely wearing something that could be characterized as jackets. Goncharov points a small knife at Ilya. His hands are shaking. Goncharov steps in front of Andrei defensively. Ilya almost wants to laugh at how unintimidating he is.
When they told me to find out who's been breaking into our stores, it's honestly not surprising that it's someone like you. Little street mice.
Goncharov glares, and Andrei's eyes are barely open.
But, then again, vermin are the easiest to train. Water squish.
He pulls a gun with a silencer out of his inner coat pocket and shoots past Goncharov's head. Goncharov doesn't even flinch, and Ilya is not surprised. Andrei stares at them, terrified of what will follow, but too weak to do anything.
Your lockpicking is sloppy.
Puts the gun back in his belt.
But you two have potential. More experienced people have died in better conditions.
Ilya looks over at him, knitting his eyebrows. Ilya walks closer to Andrei, but Goncharov is in the way, not letting him near.
How long has he been sick?
Goncharov and Andrei look at each other. After a moment, Andrei figures Goncharov won't answer. I don't know. A while? Ilya takes another step. Goncharov is ready to pounce, but Andrei shakes his head. Ilya is allowed to come closer. Ilya squats down and checks his forehead temperature. Even through gloves, Ilya can feel the heat. He is quiet, assessing Andrei, and then comes to a decision.
The winter is only going to get colder. He's not going to survive.
Yes, he is.
So he does speak. And no, he won't. Not without help.
We don't need help.
Ilya looks around the room and then back at them. It's a sorry state.
Clearly.
Ilya stands up and straightens his coat.
Well, gentlemen, I have to ask you to vacate the premises. And, if I ever catch you breaking into any establishments under our protection, I won't shoot to miss. Is that understood?
Goncharov looks back at Andrei, who is in no state to be moved. Ilya pretends they're leaving.
What kind of help?
Ilya turns back around.
You work for me, and in exchange, you'll get food, shelter, and medicine.
What work?
For you, life-saving.
Goncharov isn't convinced, but Andrei glances over at Andrei. Goncharov nods. Ilya smiles.
Good to see someone values their time left on Earth. Help him and follow me.
Goncharov doesn't move at first. He still seems hesitant, distrusting.
If I wanted to kill you, I would just leave you here with an open door.
Goncharov helps Andrei up and follows Ilya out the door. Goncharov is kind of struggling to keep Andrei upright, since Andrei is almost unconscious at this point. Ilya groans and puts Andrei's other arm over their shoulders and hoists him up.
What's his name?
Andre,
And yours?
Goncharov is silent.
I won't know if you lie to me.
Goncharov considers his answer for a moment.
Goncharov.
They walk until they reach the car. There are two other men, a driver and a guard there, giving Ilya a confused look. Ilya ignores them.
What should we call you?
That's not important right now. Inside.
Goncharov helps Andre into the car and then sits beside him. Ilya closes the door behind them and sits in front. One of his men takes a seat beside Goncharov.
Yeje.
The driver starts up the car. Goncharov is unsure of his decision, but it's been a while since he hasn't felt cold. He closes his eyes, the car rocking him to sleep. We cut to interior, hospital room next morning. Goncharov is roughly awakened. He opens his eyes. He doesn't recognize where he is. Then there's a flash of panic until he sees Ilya and remembers. Goncharov takes in his surroundings. Andre is sleeping beside him. Ilya shakes Andre awake as well. Andre groans, his mouth feeling dry.
Dobro utro, Mishi.
Goncharov wants to punch him. Ilya finds both of their annoyed and still half asleep faces quite entertaining.
I've spoken to the boss. He wasn't exactly happy I brought in strays, but he allowed you to stay under the condition that I am responsible for your training and your initiation. So, if you screw it up, it will be considered my fault. I don't think I have to emphasize how unfavorable that would be for all three of us. But mostly you.
Andre and Goncharov exchange an understandably nervous look.
Is that understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Ilya seems almost glad, relieved. Ilya gives them a nod and turns to leave.
Thank you.
Ilya.
Ilya takes the lighter out of their trouser pocket and leaves it on Goncharov's nightstand.
Go back to sleep.
Ilya walks out and closes the doors. Silence.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what else to do.
You saved us.
I think I just gave away our lives.
Shrugs. They weren't that worth living anyway. Andre closes his eyes. Goncharov looks out the window. It's snowing again. Cut 2. Andre pulls a cigarette box out. It's empty. He throws it to the ground. He's upset that he feels upset. Pulls a lighter out of his coat pocket. It looks similar to the one Goncharov has. He takes it in and then throws it at the wall. He walks away before he could start regretting it. End of scene.
And that little bit at the end is a flash forward for those who didn't catch that.
Sorry, didn't specify. I probably should have read that out.
Yeah. Also, I got the doc up so I can do narration for the heist if we want to. Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
Yes.
Great.
Okay.
So this is the one people were most excited about, the heist going all caps terribly wrong. So we start in the Ambrosini Mansion dining room. It's
Well,
morning.
Before
Yeah?
we start, we should probably specify who's who here.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think that Ernesto should be Death Cannot Kill You, Sergey should be Arcady, and Aleph if he'll be Vincenzo.
Okay.
Sound good?
Cool.
Sergey, yes.
Wonderful. So in the Ambrosini Mansion, dining room morning, Ernesto, Sergey, Paulo, and 2 other young Camorra/Mafia kids sit around a dining room table. There are some papers scattered around the table saying things like Simelli and Libre del Nono Nascosti. And a crude drawing of a house layout in front of Ernesto. Paulo is standing next to Ernesto, glancing up at his friend as Ernesto stands up.
So, the clock is on the second floor.
Thought we were stealing some book from Pavel for Mario.
We are. Some American muscle overheard my father say it's in the grandfather clock and blabbed about it.
Do they not know? I thought you explained what we were doing.
I did. These are just details. All they needed to know were the basics. Besides, you're all about to hear the plan anyway. So, the clock is on the second floor.
Now it's night. There's a shot of the grandfather clock. It's ticking audibly in sync with an orchestra.
I got a copy of his house key, and Uncle Raval will be away with his people in a couple days. We go in then, and there'll be nobody there.
Shot of a front room, a man on the ground, one of Proval's guys, blood of some sort pooling on the ground with Sergei standing over him.
What happened to nobody there?
It's fine. We can head up and grab the clock now. Then, we just head up and grab it. Sergei, you, me, and Vincenzo carry it downstairs and into the truck.
The clock is gonging now, instead of ticking. Vincenzo is laying on the ground, shot, probably dead. Round a corner wall are Ernesto and Sergei. Around the other end of the hallway are two of Proval's men shooting at them.
Then, Renato is waiting with the truck, ready to get us out of there. Paolo, you keep watch for him.
A truck or van is in front of the house. The clock is ticking again. Some cars pull up. The gunshots from the second floor become audible, and some of Proval's muscle gets out of the cars, guns drawn. At the same time, Renato gets out of the truck, gun drawn, panicky. There is a quick exchange of shots, and Renato is dead against the truck. Close up of a wide-eyed Paulo and then a wider shot of him running off around the house. Intercut, Ambrosini Mansion dining room.
Where's our exit to get to them? How?
In Proval's house, a shootout occurs between Proval's men and Ernesto's friends. Then there are no more shots and the clock continues to tick. Cut to Sergei, as close to the angle and closest as we were to his face in last shot, so it's in the same position on screen.
Do we get out of this? Porca puttana.
I don't know!
Sergei lifts up his pistol. Ernesto clearly doesn't have one. They rush off screen. Shots are heard again with the ticking. And that is the heist going terribly wrong. It goes better the next time, hopefully.
We'll see.
Now, if we want to do some Q&A, we have time. I have the chat open.
Do not have the chat open, so I'm relying on both of you.
I also do not have the chat open.
Sorry.
Or I guess not. Three
Hold on,
people
let me
watching
open.
now. None of you have opinions or questions. You guys want to do one more scene?
Can do.
Yeah, sure.
I don't see why not.
All right, choose one, any of them from the list.
The least, alright. If either of you call one out first, go ahead. We can do whichever one, but I'm gonna open the potential poll options.
Mario asked Andre to kill Luciana might be fun. I don't know how many people that needs, but
Looks like 3. Mario,
Yep.
Andre, and the narrator.
Who wants to be narrator for that one?
I can do narration again, or Andre, or alright, I'm up to whatever.
Would... Yep, go ahead.
I could do Mario.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll do Andre.
Okay, narration it is. That's scene 34.
Yes.
Alright. We're ready?
Ready?
The
Ready?
interior of Mario's office. Morning. Mario paces in front of his desk, a grim look on his face. The office is uncharacteristically in disarray, papers strewn about. Glances at the framed photograph of his family, Luciana smiling with a much younger Ernesto in her arms. Raval has a hand on Mario's shoulder. The picture is noticeably dusty. Briefly overcome with rage, he picks the picture up, throwing it against the wall. As the glass shatters, he rushes over, scooping it into his arms. There are tears in his eyes.
Everything I've built, come undone. Can't trust my jealous brother, a useless son. Not even my Luciana was some perfect wife she is. I won't be betrayed for some lover of one of my own men, even.
Overhead shot as Mario looks up to the sky, surrounded by glass and papers.
Anima Christi, sanctifa me, corpus Christi salva me, sanguis Christi inebria me, aqua lateris Christi lava me, passio Christi conforta me, o bone Jesu, exaudi me, intra tua vulnera, absconde me, ne permitas me separi a te, ab hoste maligno defende me, in hora mortis mea voca me, et iube me venire ad te, ut cum santis tuis laudem te, in saeclua saeculorum. Amen. Jesus.
A brief knock on the door and Andre enters. He appears confused. Mario turns.
I did not say you could enter.
You called for me. Is this not a good time?
Mario briefly pauses before shaking his head and returning to his own seat. He motions to the chair opposite him.
Sit. Make yourself at home, Andre. You certainly have here in Naples. Your clear devotion to the culture certainly must reflect your devotion to his family, see?
Well, it's certainly warmer here, but I can't quite say that it's home yet.
And yet, you've made it your business what goes on in my home, huh?
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
The other night, Andre, you remember what you said about my lovely little wife?
A look of realization dawns on Andre's face, and he suddenly shakes his head. He starts to stand.
Oh, I must have had too much to drink. I didn't mean anything by it.
With one look from Mario, Andre sits back in his seat, hands clasped in his lap.
Odd. I don't recall you being a light drinker. You've always kept your wits about you, even at some of your livelier gatherings. You would like to be able... You would like to be alive to play another game of poker, wouldn't you?
You do host the best poker games. Whatever I said to offend Mrs. Ambrosini, I must beg your forgiveness, sir.
Forgiveness? It isn't yours to ask for. My Luciana is a darling little wife, isn't she? She stays out of the way, real quiet. I value the silence, and yet, if you had stayed quiet, then I wouldn't know what she's been up to.
You're welcome, then.
You're well aware of the problems faced by the family right now. What with the Polizzi finding us out, with my son constantly failing me, with my father's idiotic money puzzles, with my unfaithful wife sleeping with my own men right under my nose. That is, if you're telling the truth about Luciana.
Just say the word, and I can tell you I'm lying.
Mario picks up a letter opener, violently slicing open an envelope sitting on his desk. He shakes his head and throws Andre the contents. A key.
You should have no problem then, taking care of my problem. Of course, if you're merely interested in spreading gossip about the family, then I can arrange you an appointment with Joe.
I understand, sir.
Andre stands, walking briskly to the door. In his rush to leave, he bumps against Valerie in the hall, quickly apologizing before continuing. End of scene.
Yay. Now, want to try asking for questions one more time? There is a 20-second lag on the live stream.
Okay. Any questions?
Honestly, I will say, it is very confusing from my point of view, as I've now read Mario. It is very confusing to go from someone who is so angry to someone who is um just praying, I guess. I guess it's a prayer.
Well, I mean, I
Um,
think the original, pardon my speaking as a script editor, yeah, I think it's more supposed to be the equivalent of a lot of angry, frustrated, like, it, you know, the the longer mafia boss equivalent of someone going, "Oh my fucking god, you fuck,"
okay. So it was supposed to be read angrily, not as a prayerly.
Mm,
Okay.
yeah, it'd probably be put in the script description. Would you say that's
Yeah.
about right, Crows?
Yeah, it could honestly go either way.
It could. I mean, it could also be played more as sadness or disappointment in the whole life situation.
Yeah.
But it's up to actor and continued direction, acting direction interpretation, which we have obviously still working on because we have just
Because
barely casting.
it's to me it's almost like he tries to say this while calming down, which I realized way too late. So it could just be that he starts out like extremely angry with like "Anima Christi sanctifame," and then slowly just calms himself down by saying this.
That's a good read too. So we'll have to figure it out more as the actual casting
Yeah.
of acting director and such comes up.
Yeah, and thank you, Lily the meme machine. Very nice of you. Also, Fabio Florian messaged and said that they got the time zones messed up, so that's what happened there.
Oof.
Uh,
Uh,
Sucks.
yeah.
so what happens with an international production sometimes is time zones can be a bit fiddly.
Yeah, I think we have someone on like every continent except Antarctica.
I
Yeah,
was
I was
about
going
to
to ask
say I
that
didn't know
one.
we had an Antarctic researcher on our team. That'd be cool.
That would be really cool. I thought it was one of the penguins.
Yeah.
All right, well, should we wrap it up?
Yep.
All
All
Sounds good.
right.
right.
Subscribe, thumbs up, and check out our Patreon, but also merch will be showing up soon. So if you want that, get excited for it. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Right.
Bye.